it's me, Michael. I'm here for weekly update. I'm going to do it so quickly, Shaz, and then we can just get to our dinner. Right, this week, flick into the desktop. I probably shouldn't be doing it like this on this huge screen, but hey, look, can't have everything you want, can you? Right, this week, a lot of what I did. Let's start from Monday. The first thing I did was this whole, this thing I've been making that lets me sort of have a TV effect. Well, I got that working, and I will quickly show you how that came out. Well, I'll try, or my computer will have some sort of aneurysm. And I won't try? Look at this. Come on. Play. So this is, look, so it zooms into the pixels. So I tried this out on stream. It's kind of strange looking, but it auto-switched the siphon cameras. And it was a good, I sort of got the audio working, all that. So that's up on Twitch. So yeah, I played some music. As it sort of, and it also had the emotes thing. So when someone came through, 342, I guess. Let's see. Let's see when someone came through. Let's see what I'm doing. Should happen. Yeah, look. it's the emote fountain. That's the one in Stream Elements, and this is my one.
Who's this?
So that happened. That was fun. What was next? So once I'd done that, I needed to get. I had, because we didn't do the podcast this week. I was able to spend a little bit of time hacking, like trying to figure out how to hack a different kind of module. So Eurorack is. There's these. So I've got a YouTube channel with stuff on how, and some popular videos I've made have been about how to hack these modules. So the module, well, that's the before, but also I've got. So this is the module here that I wanted to hack, and this is the thing that I needed to use. So I basically figured out how to connect my computer via this board into this module so that I could reprogram it. And that's what I documented it this week, sort of shared it with the guy that suggested it, changed it from equal tempered to just intonation as requested, but not before solving various problems of it not working and having to sleep on it. But yeah, I was pretty proud of myself for figuring that out. So now the next step with that is to, create the video out of it, which I was hoping to do some of yesterday, but the next thing that has taken all my time, like 15 hours, like about half the week, has been on getting the manual focus controls to work in Shoot. So the good news is, here it is, auto, we can switch camera with the button, we go into auto, it comes out like that. You can switch the focus like that. You can change the exposure, and it will kind of go back to where it was between cameras. So that one's. I'm still not sure if I should make the auto. Did that go? Yeah. So the main problem with this, and because I worked on stream for this whole thing, but the main problem I had with this was just the architecture of how this would all fit together. And I sort of in desperation, I ended up like mapping it out, which looked like this. So this is what I had. I just had all these different, because you can control it with the watch. I'll just quickly show you that. I've got an Apple Watch app for it. So if I launch the Apple Watch app, there is, I can toggle auto mode. So you can see I'm doing that from the watch. Toggle it, and if I toggle it, reflects the state on the watch, and I can switch cameras, and I can come back, and every time I move a control on the screen, it moves it on the Apple Watch. I don't know if you'll be able to see that at all, but it just means that there was a lot of communication going around, and it was very easy for it to get. There was going to be a lot of bugs the way I had it, but because I was doing it one way, and then there was all these potential for feedback loops of it's sending an update and then it's reacting and sending the update back and doing all this stuff. There was all these. I was reaching into the UI components, and it wasn't clear where the state was being stored, because the camera has some state, the device camera has state, but then also the visual control, it was kind of keyed into the visual control. So then I figured out how I wanted it to work. Here are the use cases that I want to make it work. And I wanted to do it as this published, like a Combine style Swift UI, like it's iOS 13, let you create this new kind of pipeline for following variables. But it really took me a lot of headaches to get my head around it. Because there's this, and there's binding, and there's sort of understanding how this Combine framework works, and there's all this stuff. But in the end, and also I wanted to support pre-iOS 13 as well. So I support iOS 11 with this app. But in the end, I got this open source implementation of Apple's Combine framework that works on older versions, and I implemented with that. So here is a camera object. It has these published variables, and then I also wanted to save it to use it, so that it remembers your settings between like quitting the app and stuff. So there was quite a lot of and I wanted to synchronize with the watch both ways. So there's quite a lot of moving parts in this. But in the end, I ended up with this nice. There's a slight bit of redundancy where this automatic mode, I just wanted to send it through once, but this is a binding to the publisher, and this is the actual current value. I wanted it to just take it from that, but I never figured out how to do that, and it might not even be possible. But I did end up with quite a nice, thorough sort of setup. So here's the thing, so that the controls are subscribed to. Here is the default value, here is what it should be saved as, and here is the payload that it should send to the Apple Watch, and here is what to do whenever it changes. So, and then this store in subscriptions. So yeah, like it took a lot to work out, but I think it's feeling pretty solid now. And so even to the point that I've been able to start thinking about things like, you see the little lock that appears when I lock focus. Here, so, and I double tap and it notes. So now, because everything is a lot more declarative due to these published frameworks, it means that the bugs should be a lot more tolerable. That was in central London. We took our bikes into town and just checked out the lockdown London. Beyond that, I think that was actually it. We did a podcast today on leverage, but that's kind of the week. So quick, 9 minutes. I'll just show you the other clip and then we'll go. So bye. See you next week. One day I would like to go where one day I would like